Hello, Management 3240 class and Dr. Chong. Deb Walker here to talk to you about cognitive dissonance. In Lesson 4's discussion, we're asked to review the tough situation at McGregor case and explain how cognitive dissonance theory relates to the behavior of the key players in this case. In order to analyze the case, it's first important to understand what cognitive dissonance is. Now, cognition relates to our thoughts and our attitudes, and dissonance is tension or lack of harmony, like discordance in music. It would be like a wrong note. It's very unpleasant. Now, Festinger's cognitive dissonance theory describes a state of inconsistency between an individual's attitude or between attitudes and behavior. This tends to make people feel uncomfortable, and so we feel compelled to make it feel better by doing things to reduce or eliminate those feelings. Now, we can do this by changing our attitudes or by changing our behavior and or by rationalizing the inconsistency. Now, how we choose to respond to instances of cognitive dissonance also could depend on how much control we think we have over the situation. Now, in the workplace, sometimes people get frustrated because of instances of cognitive dissonance because they're harder to resolve due to people feeling like they don't have much control over the situation. When someone's told to do something by their boss that they really don't want to do, dissonance is created because their brain tells them they shouldn't do something, but they go ahead and do it anyway because their boss told them to, for fear of losing their job. According to Saul McLeod of Simply Psychology, instances of forced compliance occur when an individual performs an action that is inconsistent with his or her beliefs. Now, since past behavior can't be changed, an individual may try to reduce the dissonance created by it by reevaluating their attitude toward what they've done. Furthermore, dissonance is caused by factors such as forced compliance, which we already talked about, just decision making causes it, or by putting a lot of work and effort into something. Now, upon further analysis of the McGregor case, it's apparent that Fred, Pat, and Dinah all experienced the discomfort of cognitive dissonance because of the Partco incident. Now, if you sift through all of the technical jargon, the situation boils down to the fact that Fred and Pat's actions in okaying McGregor's selling of the altered, albeit not technically defective products to a loyal and trusted customer like Partco without notifying them of the situation was inconsistent to their values and beliefs that it was ethically wrong. Even though Fred expressed concern about losing customers, he still went along with a cover-up that called into question the company's integrity, which actually caused more problems for him in the end. Now, Pat was coerced into his decision by Fred, who rationalized that it was a short-term problem that no one ever knew about. Pat felt badly about the decision, but went along with covering it up because of forced compliance with Fred's decision, and he felt that he had to do what Fred wanted him to do because he was his boss. And furthermore, he said that he didn't want the hassles that the admission would bring about, but proceeded to cause more hassles for himself and for the company via the cover-up. Now, Pat also said he felt bad because he told Dinah there was nothing he could do, but he could have stepped up and insisted on informing the customer. Dinah, on the other hand, did not comply with the cover-up, and she did what she thought was right. She wanted to show her concern for the customer and show that she had personal integrity, but she still represented the company and was trying to set things straight. However, in her rash decision to spill the beans to Partco without first trying to find a resolution, or at least telling management that she was going to tell Partco if they didn't, she basically ended up destroying the company that she cared so much about. However, Dinah was actually the only one who still had her integrity intact in the end.